Alright, today we're taking a close look at a set of irons that, honestly, have become a bit of a legend for senior golfers, the PING G430s. Now, even a few years after they first hit the scene, they're still a huge benchmark for performance. So what is the secret sauce here? Well, let's dive in and find out.
Does this sound familiar? You think you've hit a perfect shot, just absolutely pured it, but you watch it land just short of the green. Again. Or maybe you finally get one to land on the putting surface, but it just rolls and rolls right off the back. You know, it's frustrating. But what if the fix wasn't in making a perfect swing, but in what's in your bag?
And that's where the PING G430s come in. These irons were literally built from the ground up to solve those exact problems. PING's whole identity is built on forgiveness, and this set, well, it's designed to give you that consistency, that high launch, and the stopping power you need to actually start scoring better. Okay, so let's start with PING's #1 promise, forgiveness. I mean, we all know PING for being our best friend on those off-center hits, right? But the G430, it really takes that to a whole new level. And the magic really begins right here, inside the cavity of the club.
Take a look at this. This is the engine room. It's called the PurFlex cavity badge, and trust me, it is way more than just a pretty design. It's the absolute key piece of technology that makes these clubs so incredibly easy to hit.
So how in the world does it work? Well, that badge has 7 different flexible zones. And what that does is it allows the super thin stainless steel face to act kind of like a trampoline at impact. The really crucial part here is that it flexes over a much wider area, especially low on the face. And that's exactly where a lot of us senior golfers tend to miss it.
So really, it has 3 main jobs. First, that flexing face means you get faster ball speeds, which saves your distance when you don't hit it perfectly. Second, they've hidden tungsten weights in the toe and the hosel, and that creates incredible stability, which means straighter shots. And finally, and this is a big one, it dampens all those nasty vibrations, giving you that pure, solid snap at impact.
Okay, so we've established they're forgiving. But PING also says these are their longest irons ever. So, how did they manage to pack in more yards without losing that high launch and control that we absolutely need?
The secret to that distance starts with this number right here, 29 degrees. That is the loft of the standard G437 iron. And yeah, that is strong. It's one of the main reasons these irons can produce so much ball speed. But you know, strong lofts can be a trap if they aren't engineered the right way.
And this shows you exactly how PING avoids that trap. It's brilliant, really. They pair those strong lofts with an extremely low center of gravity, which they get by making the hosel a little bit shorter. This is the key engineering trick. The strong loft gives you the speed, but that low CG makes sure the ball still launches high up into the air. It's not just distance, it's smart, playable distance.
And why do we care so much about that high launch? Because a high launch creates a steep descent angle. We're talking over 45 degrees. A ball that comes down steeply is a ball that stops. This is how you go from just hoping to hit the green to actually attacking the pin, knowing your shot is going to land softly and hold its line.
And this quote just nails the most important point about distance. Yeah, a monster drive is fun, but predictability is what actually lowers your scores. With the G430, the distance you lose on a mishit is tiny. Your 130 yards club actually goes 130 yards, time after time, and that is the kind of consistency that wins you the round. Now we get to the part that makes the G430 a real standout for those of us with more moderate swing speeds. It's not just some add-on option. It's a completely optimized package called the High Launch Build, or the HL Build.
And I'm serious here. This is the game changer. If you feel like you're losing some swing speed and you have to swing out of your shoes just to get the ball up in the air, you need to listen closely. The HL Build is PING's answer to that problem, and it's designed to help you generate more club head speed without any extra effort.
And the reason it works so well is because it's a total system. It all starts with that super light Alta Quick shaft. Then they pair that with a lighter grip and even lighter head weights. The result? A club that is just plain easier to swing faster. And that translates directly into more distance and a higher launch for you.
PING also gives you a couple of ways to dial in your launch. While the standard 7-iron is 29 degrees, for that great balance of distance and height, you can also opt for the retro spec. At 31 degrees, it's a little weaker, which makes it the absolute best choice if your #1 goal is just to get the ball to fly as high as possible and stop on a dime.
Great, so the irons are forgiving, they're long, but you and I both know that golf isn't played on a perfectly clean mat in a simulator. So how do these things perform out on the actual course from all those different lies? Well, Ping's thought of that too.
The first little piece of magic is this Hydropearl 2.0 finish. The easiest way to think about it is like a rain jacket for your club face. It literally repels water, which is huge when you're playing in morning dew or hitting out of the rough. This helps you keep your spin consistent and prevents those crazy, unpredictable flyer shots. It just gives you more predictable results.
And this next one is subtle, but it is a massive, massive help. Ping added about 1 extra degree of bounce to the sole. Think of bounce as your insurance policy against hitting it fat. Instead of the leading edge digging into the ground, that extra bounce helps the club just glide right through the turf. It can turn a potential chunk into a totally playable shot.
So, after digging into all this technology and the design behind it, what is the final verdict on the PING G430 irons for senior golfers? Let's put it all together.
Okay, here's what you really need to take away. First, you get that legendary ping forgiveness, thanks to the PurFlex badge, which keeps your miss hits online and in play. Second, you get real, playable distance from that smart combo of strong lofts and a low center of gravity. And most importantly, you get a senior-specific build that helps you create speed without even trying. It's a complete package.
And that really just leaves us with this final thought. These clubs are designed to be so consistent, so predictable, shot after shot. It makes you wonder, right? What would your golf game look like if the only real variable you had to worry about was your own swing? That's the kind of confidence the PING G430 is built to give you.